Now let me hit this. Let me hit this. Let me hit my bell. I got my big bell. I can only get this like. Ready? Here we go. Ready?
Where did you get that?
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another. Well, not another. This is a first timer. This is a first timer. This is new. This is not a 2.5 Oyajis. This is a off-the-cuff Saturday night. We're pissed off, and we're not going to take it anymore.
This is just a bullshit drama video.
This is a bullshit drama.
I resent that you invited me to take part in it.
Yes. Yes.
I want to register. I'm not comfortable just sitting here.
Let me make some introductions in case if there's any possibility that you do not know the people that you see in front of you. Let me introduce them. Of course, first we'll start off with Hiko Simon, who you probably do know because he's been on the channel a million times before. Hiko Simon, showing you the back of his head. I don't know why exactly, but and his microphone is working today. He's from 2.5 Oyajis, which is on this channel every Wednesday night, or the other channel every Wednesday night. And then the beautiful June and Rachel. Notice how I did that? I said June first before Rachel because it's a sexist society. In Japan, men must come first.
Beauty only be a feature
Actually, June is just as beautiful as Rachel. Depends, on what you're looking at. But
just like I said that you're a wussy, girly man. It's the same way. I don't think they should be gender specific.
All right. So this is Rachel and June from the Rachel and June or My Husband is Japanese channel.
Awesome.
And they were very kind to join us. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Rachel-san, June-san, Hiko-san. And today, well, let me introduce the subject. I guess I don't know how to even start with this, but the reason I was pissed off, I guess it starts a week back, and we're not going to mention names. We've decided already, even though you can easily go back a couple videos.
We probably are, but when we do it, we'll be by accident.
It'll be by, we'll probably mention the names by accident. Asshole, okay. So I guess, I don't even know, maybe a week ago or so, I got an email from a guy. I don't even know how I found this guy. Did he email me? I don't know, whatever.
What is this?
I think he asked me to.
I think from a guy. What kind of a starter? Sorry, keep it. I'm just gonna be throwing peanuts all night. Just don't worry.
A guy could be female. Okay, so he says to me, he says, could you check out my channel, watch my video, tell me what you think. And he's a big fan of that kind of stuff. All of this, I don't remember if this is actually what happened, but it doesn't matter. That's not really the point. Anyway, I checked out his channel, and I was actually very excited because when I looked at his video, I thought, wow, this is just like Tomoko and me, which is grammatically incorrect, I understand. And I thought this is very cool. A new generation of Jvloggers are doing something very similar. A Gaijin guy, Japanese girl, and they're talking, Gaijin Japanese. And that's great. It's subtitled, so it appeals. And I gave some criticisms, and admittedly quite harsh about the language used in the video. But at the same time, that video, that person had 10 subscribers, and now he has over 50, I think. So, okay. Yeah, and you can find out who they are if you want. Okay. And apparently he's torn. Now, this is an important word. He's torn. So half of him is happy for the attention, and half of him is very upset. And I think I've talked enough. Rachel, would you like to take over and tell everyone why he's upset?
Okay, there are many reasons he's upset, not just one reason. There's a whole list of reasons. Were you able to read?
June broke it down, actually.
June did. June wrote down responses like step by step for just the anger directed towards us, not the anger at you.
Is anger directed at you? I didn't hear that part of it in the briefing that I got from Victor. I'm under the impression this is fully Victor's fault.
Oh no. I think it was, we were the secret rant behind it all. He was very forgiving of Victor talking to him. He was upset that Victor criticized him because he was, what was the word he used? Blindsided.
I was blindsided.
Blindsided by the criticism. Because I don't know what you're expecting when you ask people to give you advice, but maybe criticism isn't part of it for him. So there was that, and then he was upset because Victor disliked the way that his partner spoke, which upset her greatly.
No,
apparently.
actually, I liked it, but it was annoying because it was so. I mean, it was really natural, but it was a kind of naturalness that annoys you. I mean, I've never met a Japanese person who speaks that well.
Let me just break this down. You said that the girlfriend was like naturally annoying.
No, she spoke English really well, but it was so. Annoying. But at the same time, she had adopted a natural style that I found particularly annoying, but was actually very typical with young girls.
If I can just intervene with a quick cultural moment with this, a quick cultural.
And he goes here to be kind of a judge because he doesn't know anything about this, right? In a way.
Yes.
And
yes.
Because I'm extremely judgmental. The point at the moment, so in English you can say, yeah, it's a bit annoying, and you know what, when you translate that into Japanese, and when you think of a bilingual Japanese person,
good point.
Japanese, and they hear this point, you know, you can say, yeah, it's a bit annoying, and oh, fine, who cares? In English, you know what that translates to into Japanese, though?
What? Urusai, kininaru, kinisawaru.
You can say about a person. No. The two worst things you can say about a Japanese person.
Don't answer. Let's June. No, don't. Maybe June. I want to hear what June wants to say. June, what do you think annoying is in Japanese?
Annoying in Japanese?
How do you say the word annoying in Japanese? What do you think? Because I want to trust him before I trust you.
If that June is really annoying, how would you interpret that in Japanese in your head?
めんどくさいとか、最近だとうざいとか。
That is the word. That is the word right there. There are two.
That's the one I was thinking
of too. The two worst things that you can say about a Japanese person are that they have short legs and that they are uzai.
Tansoku.
Really?
Short legs.
Tansoku and uzai. If you said that his girlfriend, she's really good looking, she's really cool, but she has short legs, that would make her cry. And saying that she's annoying, saying that she's uzai, that would make her cry. And you made her cry, dude.
I made her cry.
You didn't, thank God you didn't say anything about her short legs.
Yes.
I don't know if she has short legs.
We don't know anything about her legs. Just to get that out of the way, we have not seen her legs. We have no comment about her legs. That is funny though. You can say a woman has no breasts and no ass, and that doesn't bother her. But having no short legs would really.
And let's contextualize this. That's like saying that his mum was a terrible cook. Honestly, like it's just one of those lines that you never cross in a language. You know.
Your mom's a terrible cook.
That was the first point.
Okay.
That we made her upset. Well, that Victor made her upset. I didn't.
Which I really do feel bad about.
Yes. But this was the first point we wanted to make.
Yeah.
That if you're going to start a YouTube channel, the amount of like hatred you're going to have directed toward you for no reason at all, or some reasons, or unfair
Rachel,
reasons.
I would just like to ask you, how many people have commented on your penis? I just want to ask you.
On my penis? No one has said I'm a man.
Really?
However, I do have.
Nobody has said you're a man, really?
No, no one said I have a man, but
that's good.
I do get about equal people saying I'm Japanese and equal people saying I'm white, which is strange. I've had people try to offend me before by claiming that I've gotten double eyelid surgery.
Oh, really?
That's happened to me on more than one occasion, where someone has like literally tried to offend me. Someone made a whole racist rant, like where they thought of every stereotype they could think of for Japanese people, and they said it about me, and I didn't even know what to think about it.
That's the great thing about getting insulted in another person's culture. I used to have my boss called me uzai once in my first job, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I know this is meant to really hit me really hard, but it just doesn't, you know.
Shine doesn't bother me at all.
Well, I'm sure
I get shine all the time. I don't.
You get it like 20 times a day, so you know.
It's like, my wife is over there going right now. No. Well, let's talk about it. Let's make this actually a cultural experience and an educational experience. June, who is Japanese actually, what would you say is a really good insult for as a Japanese person? What insult hurts you? Does shine hurt?
To me personally, not really.
Not really. What would you say? Well, but for a typical Japanese person, I mean, you're married to Rachel, so you're obviously not typical.
Anything can be very offensive to a lot of Japanese people, I think.
But no, like set phrase.
Set phrase.
Okay, how about
what
this?
Are we doing here? Are we trying to educate everybody how to hurt their Japanese spouses? Is that what we're doing?
No, I'm just curious. Well, okay, June, how about this? What would you say is a good insult for a foreigner? I mean, if you wanted to insult me, or Hiko, which is much easier because he's a big target.
I keep trying and nothing works.
How would you insult a foreigner?
Okay.
What would be your word? What do you think? I'm just
Okay.
curious. I'm just curious. I'm sorry
Okay.
to detract from the topic at hand.
Okay, it's very difficult because this is the first time I even talked to Hiko-san.
Oh, but just for example, don't worry, he's got a thick skin. He's a New Zealander. They barely have feelings. They're like Spock. They're like Vulcans. They're very logical.
Okay,
He'll
I
say,
don't know.
fascinating. That's what he'll
More
say.
like hobbits, actually. It's a slight, very similar to Vulcans in many ways. We're taller.
No, just a typical foreigner. What word do you think is insulting to a foreigner?
I've never actually insulted any foreigners, but
And I
I'm just
believe
saying,
that. I
kaede.
believe
Kaede.
Kaede.
Ah,
Kaede.
that's. I would say he's right. That probably bothers me more than anything else. Would be the
That's what I
kaede.
say on the internet sometimes.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. I think that's the only thing that bothers me. Like Shina doesn't bother me. Douchebag, asshole, gaijin doesn't bother me. Even written with a different kanji. You know the different kanji for gaijin?
No.
Like there's if you.
You guy.
Yeah.
You guy.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah. That
That's
doesn't
good.
bother
I'm
me.
going to use that.
I love it. I want
Hey,
to get a T-shirt.
No, nobody is allowed to call me sheep fucker. You stop that right now, man. That's not cool. Sorry, they're pulling out New Zealand. No. There we go. Anthony McBride, you represent New Zealand, please. Sorry, the comments getting out of control.
But let's go back to why we're making this video tonight. And actually, one of the people that's in the comment section now, Ahmed Zambia, and I'm not attacking you just by mentioning your name, but he says, Victor, why do you have to attack people publicly by videos if they have not attacked you first? It's really not okay. Actually, everything.
My man from Algeria, he's saying it right there. There you go.
He's from Algeria? Is that a country?
From Algeria. He's my Algerian
Did you say,
connection.
is that a country?
Is that a country?
Anytime you insult someone's country, people go crazy, by the way. Just insult Ireland. They're really sensitive.
Well, I won't do it quite with the style that you can do it, but yes, that's right.
All you have to do is pretend you don't even know that that's a country. They get crazy. Australia, is that a country? So here's the thing. No, it's a quite debatable point. I mean, a guy asked me for a shout out, and I did a shout out, and I was very honest. I don't know the guy, and I threw him some subs, and yes, I was admittedly perhaps overly too honest about my opinion, right? And Hiko-san pointed out something about this. What?
No, go ahead. I was just laughing. Yeah, sometimes you're too direct. That's true, but that's good. But that's what we like about you. But go ahead.
But he came up. He pointed out. You pointed out something right before this. We went live about
that you're ugly. No, I'm sorry.
Besides my looks, besides my ugly looks, yes.
Yeah.
No, about the you have a choice. You get shouted out or.
Yeah, you stay invisible and no one talks about you, or people talk about you, and in this case possibly lose your girlfriend.
So he's gonna lose his girlfriend, but he's gonna be big on YouTube.
It's worth it. It's worth it, man. Go for it. Don't just leave it behind. Don't think about it.
No, but the guy was right. The guy was right. I really didn't have to criticize his girlfriend, but at the same time, I really didn't think it was a big problem with her. All she had to do was stop saying the word like.
Come on, like, what are you talking about? Like, seriously.
I mean, I think I thought it was a simple.
Can't even help it.
I thought, this is their first video. Nip it in the bud. She's not going to make that mistake anymore. And the thing is, and Rachel, no offense, but if you're a girl, and you come on YouTube and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I say like so much. Please forgive me." Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's okay. You're great. We love you." I mean, I'm sorry, but people just kiss girls' asses on here way too much. Rachel, again, I'm not.
It depends on who. Depends on who it is. Girls get a lot of haters too. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I have more haters than June does.
Really?
Of course, I make more videos than he does.
But don't you think don't you think there's an? I mean, and I'm going to get in trouble, but that's okay. I hope. I'm starting to sweat. But don't you think you have an undeserved amount of, oh, we love you because you're a girl and I want to be your knight in shining armor type of...
Yes, I think we have an undeserved amount of extra viewers who are men and watch just because we're women. So we do have that That I won't deny that that's true.
Well, that's that being a double-edged sword. That a lot of men are just freaks, you know. And what the hell is wrong with men, honestly? And I say this like when I find out.
But I said that in my last video. I said don't trust men. We're all crazy because we have penises, unless they have their penises chopped off, and then or they're married.
I'm not comfortable with.
Or they're married.
This conversation, I'd like to change, please. So, with the point that you were just making just now, the thing is that yes, okay, so you made a criticism, and you know what? If you're going to put videos out there, people are going to criticize with bad intent sometimes, and you were making probably a well-intended, if extremely misdirected criticism. But the point is, you know, like, so here's the thing, something like a speech impediment, something like a habit, right? And okay, you're probably giving friendly advice. You're being like Harry Connick Jr. and American Idol, saying you really have to
that's a speech impediment?
The lyrics of the song. Well, you say, but people say, you know, it's a kuchiguse. What's the word for kuchiguse? It's like it's a habit,
bad speaking habit.
It's a habit. It's a bad habit. It's like you know, subconsciously picking your nose while in videos.
I used to have the same habit. I used to have the same habit. So that's why I didn't think it was a big deal, because my father cured me of that habit by saying, like what? Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what? Every time I said like, he would say like what? And it stopped me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but again, you're not this guy's girlfriend's grandfather. At least not that I'm aware. And you know, I mean, in the end of the day, it's a sort of thing which, well, she can kind of fix it, but it's kind of also kind of just something about her, right? I mean, when you can say she should improve her lighting, or she should get a better camera, or she should get a better mic, that's all stuff that you can fix quite easily. If it's something like, you know, that person has a speech impediment of some sort, I mean, it's kind of close to a speech impediment. It's kind of like, well, honestly, it's like attacking a person because he has less hair than most people, or something like that, which is just completely unfair and completely over the line. So, I mean, you know, well, it's like it comes down to the tanku thing, and this again, you know, like well, there's an extent to which you can control, and in which tansoku. Oh, tansoku. The short legs. It's like me calling you tansoku, and it's totally not fair and not cool in Japanese because you can't do anything about your legs. You know, I mean, you can wear like high heels or something. I don't know, but I'm not cool with that. So you know, you have to, you know, and you know, it's just not a fair criticism if it's something about that person, like this person's kind of personality, kind of thing. And that's kind of what a habit, something like a habit like that, like a subconscious habit, is kind of, well, I can kind of understand that can kind of, you know, that can hurt a little bit more than saying you need a better mic or you need to turn on your camera or something like that. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I think you have to get, oh yeah, June, you should talk. You should say something.
Okay, well, I think we're going to talk about the comments we get from him.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that too.
So what do you think about me criticizing her for saying like too much? Was that too much? And it's okay if you think it's too much. I mean, I think maybe I shouldn't have handled it that way, but.
Okay, I watched that video today, and I'm not sure where she was born or anything. I don't know. I know nothing about her background, but to me, she seems to be a Japanese person, and I kind of understand. Like why she wants to say like so much, so I feel kind of sorry for her.
Okay, so you sympathize? Yeah,
I do.
Jun, you're so nice. So you're out of line, man. You crossed the line. You crossed the line, and you need to. Yeah, just don't.
Jun, you're too nice. We're supposed to be criticizing and being mean, but okay, that's okay. If you want to be nice, fine. Okay, make us all look bad. Only June's a nice guy in this group. Okay.
Well, no. Here, only me. I am the Japanese here, so I just understand how.
Okay. No, I understand. Oh, okay.
We're just being honest, man.
So maybe I really should offer an apology for criticizing her publicly that way. Though I didn't put much thought into it. I should have. I just thought it wasn't a big deal because I used to have the same problem, you know. So I thought you should stop it now because your videos will be much better in the future if you stop saying like all that much, because it's really annoying too. Also.
So let me just be clear here as well. Now you're completely backing down, and you've put that out there, and now you're completely backing down. You're not even.
No, I think it's a good criticism. No, I think it's a good criticism. I completely agree with my criticism, but I shouldn't have said it publicly in front of everybody to a girl who's never been on the internet.
Okay, I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, please.
Oh, no, I can understand that. Maybe if you're someone's like first criticism, maybe like take them aside and do it. But at the same time, it is something you're gonna have to get used to on YouTube because it's gonna come all the time. It's gonna get worse, and people are gonna say awful things. And Jenna Marbles just made a video like on Wednesday about how to make a YouTube video, and she talks. She mentions like people saying nasty comments, and you should watch it because she says like someone says a ridiculous comment like you're a stupid faggot bitch. C word, everything else after that. And she said, and you should be offended because deep down you know that's really true about yourself. So you have to understand people are just gonna say stuff, and you have to just let it go in one ear and out the other. And you're gonna get you're gonna get criticism that's gonna be just flat out mean and meaningless, and you're gonna get criticism that's rude. But it's also, it has a point to it. And even with that, you have to learn how to objectively view it and say, even though you're being a douchebag, you're kind of right, and yeah, I do say my S's too much, which is one I get a lot, or our sound is too quiet. Yeah, I see what you're saying, even though you're kind of being a douchebag about it. So you just have to like kind of be objective and listen to what people are saying.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was going to flip it around. I was going to say exactly that. Yeah, you know, don't say that she's got short legs and is uzai, but at the same time, you know, if you're going to make videos on YouTube, you got to be ready for people to with comments and with thumbs up and thumbs down. You have to be ready for the occasional thumb down, and both well-intentioned and definitely not well-intentioned criticism. And you know, maybe that was for the best. Well, maybe this whole experience was for the best, because maybe it's better it came from you in this way than from someone much more viciously. And I watch Jenna Marbles, and I don't really know why.
I love her. I love her so much.
Great. She's kind of awesome. Yeah. But she's good looking, and she says like way too much.
She says like a lot.
You should tell her that, Victor. Maybe she'll cry and get off YouTube.
Jenna Marbles, I'm sick of the way you speak.
I'm sure.
Like what? Like what?
Drop that stupid New Jersey accent. What the hell is with that?
By the way, we just got, well, me personally, I just got my first ever Facebook hate page. That was just about me. So yeah, that was exciting. It was a brand new step in our YouTube career.
Personal bong here.
That is a milestone.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
It was really great. They like had personalized pictures for all of it. It was called Rachel's a Spoiled Brat, and they had one of my faces.
I want to see it. Is it up there?
I don't know if it's still up there now because a lot of people reported it. But there was one picture of me where I was making one of my like kind of Muppet faces, and then they put the words retarded over that, and I think that was the profile picture for it. So that was pretty great.
I mean, that's a level of success that I've never gotten to know. That's like, wow, you're there. Wow, that's awesome.
How do I find it?
If you want, I can be your secret hater.
How do I find it? Rachel, what's it called? What's the name of the page again?
Rachel is a Spoiled Brat.
Rachel is a spoiled brat.
This came like a couple hours after I made my unicorn video because someone was extremely upset that I dared be unhappy about anything in Japan. I was.
There's a YouTube video.
Just taking it for granted.
There's a
is there?
Oh, it's not about you. It's about someone else who's called Rachel.
Okay.
Apparently a lot of people
out there.
Apparently a lot of people in the world are called Rachel.
Rachel's a very unpopular name. Yeah.
It is. We do have one hate video that we got like over a year ago. It's been very long, but it's in a Nordic language, so I've never been able to understand what it's saying. It's like 8 minutes long.
Ariel J. Dominguez says, "I love your Muppet face, carrot girl."
Carrot girls. Oh, that's why I just realized why people are yelling carrot top, carrot top.
Oh yeah, that's what my dad calls me. That's my nickname. So.
But it says, "Please say hi to me. Love you both." Moderator. I love Rachel and June. Okay.
I love you all. I'm glad you like my Muppet face. My Muppet face is very popular among people.
What is your Muppet face? Show me your Muppet face.
You get rid of the neck, and then you just, it's like the upside down U mouth. Yes, exactly like that.
Is that good? Is that good?
Yeah, great.
I'll have to practice that. Okay.
But this being the point, you know, honestly, you can take it in stride, or you can you know, I mean, maybe it was for the best that this person found out a little bit of the nature of YouTube, albeit from a hater like you.
I'm not a hater, but I'm definitely annoyed by certain things. And I was telling Rachel right before we started, I said, okay, I'll admit this. I can't stand how people upload so many selfies on Facebook. It's just so annoying.
So you're hating everybody who's ever sent a selfie now. That you're
not
everybody,
but
everybody who's
really,
ever sent a
do you
selfie
have
is now going
to,
to
you have to
unsubscribe
show
you.
us so many selfies. I mean, my sister is a big guilty person.
Hey,
my little
selfies are
sister, so
big
many
constituency.
selfies. Look at this beach behind me. You know. And Rachel, what do you have?
It's not. It's a selfie. It's okay if you want to be honest about your selfie, be honest about it, but don't lie about your selfie. Don't pretend you're showing something in the background, but the entire focus is your face, like a close-up of your face. I can't stand that.
This from a guy who uploads 2 hours of videos of his face, you know, moving with like what 30 frames per second for 2 hours every week of his own face, and he's annoyed by people posting single-frame photos of their
This
face.
is true.
My
We're
videos
making
are called
videos
laundry
just of us.
vlogs, and I tell everyone you don't have to watch, just listen.
Don't have to watch, just
My
listen.
defense. No, they're called laundry vlogs. I don't think you've ever seen any of those, have you?
But think about it. If you break down every one of your videos into frames, I mean, I'm weak at math, but you're posting like 2 million selfies every week.
Well, that's true.
This is
2.4 million selfies if you think about. Oh, actually, per minute, it must be more like. Oh, it's a lot.
You've been posting selfies before they were selfies.
I'm into the almost billion. I posted over 1 billion selfies if you cut it out. I think it's okay to post funny selfies. That's not really a selfie if it's funny.
You mean like one where you take the photo and you haven't flushed the toilet yet or something?
Look at this big poop! Look at my big poop. What happened to June? Did we lose it?
He might have just
dropped out.
got to the bathroom or
Just got
something.
bored.
He's
like,
gone.
He's probably taking a selfie as we speak. He just got
maybe he's taking some other
moment
kind
took
of.
him.
So there were some other things about, but there were some things he sent to us. He sent to me. He said, "I want you to think about these other things." Right, and I sent that on to Rachel because I thought it would make a good video. And he talked about elitism in the Jvlogging community. Right? Can you hear me? Rachel?
I found something wrong with like every single sentence in his message. There's almost too much to talk about.
But
Please,
I can understand I can kind of understand why he would feel that way if he didn't know what it's like to be on this side. You know?
I can't, because June and I have never once ever sent a message to someone else and been like, hey, check out our channel, or hey, check out our videos. We have never once posted our channel or our videos anywhere on the internet. I don't expect people to like
let's
just take time out of their day and like look at us.
Okay, but hold on. People don't understand what you're talking about. So let's break down his criticisms. Okay, so first of all he was like, okay, thank you for the shout out. I'm appreciative, but I'm kind of upset because my girlfriend's upset. So I can understand his girlfriend being upset. He wasn't apparently so upset. He seems okay. He was upset about the criticism towards his girlfriend, which is fine. Then he went on and he wrote this long rant, which he just wanted us to. He said, I didn't really need to send this, but I thought you might find it interesting. So he sent this long rant. And
what am I, a psychiatrist? You should send that back. I'm sorry.
So then he says, okay, let me see where this starts. Okay, hold on. Let me start with this. Okay, so I'll just read from his blog. And from the experiences I've had contacting other popular vloggers, although I understand they are very busy, it's been incredibly hostile. That alone, I'm surprised at. Hostile.
Overreaction number 1.
Yeah, like hostile? People ignoring you is not hostile. You know, you're just a new guy who's made one video. How do we know where you're... I have promoted so many people who have stopped making videos that it's actually very depressing. I mean, I would love to promote people who keep making videos, but it's depressing, so I am reluctant to promote new people. Then he says, I can't even tell you how many people I've contacted this week asking them for advice, watch the video, or even say hi. One big example, I uploaded a video response to Rachel and June after they told me to make a video response. Would you like to respond to that?
Overreaction number 2. Yes, overreaction number 2. Okay, I would definitely like to respond because, first of all, let me tell you our conversation. So he said, I think I will be making a response to this video. Would you guys mind? Smiley face. And my response was, haha, please do! Exclamation point.
That was obviously an order.
So that was me telling him to make a response. And so...
You need to do like all caps, make a response.
Like, how would I order someone to make a response? Like, I don't even understand.
But the stranger thing is, a lot of this mail is actually a misunderstanding, because he says, less than 8 hours later, he made a response and he posted it, and he linked to your channel, and guess what? 5 days later, I didn't even get a short 2-second response. No video, no comment, no message, no thank me for my time. And I've had this experience with nearly everyone, and they ignore my messages, and then I see them liking other people and commenting on other people's videos.
Other people? That's like cheating.
So
okay, but
this is a misunderstanding, because you did like the video, right?
We did like the video. We liked it 2 days after we got his message, and we shared it on our Twitter. We shared it in the comments of the video, and we put it in the description of that video. So we did 4 different things with that channel. And
for a nobody. This is a nobody, right?
For someone just not. I mean.
Oh, that sounded like elitism.
Oh, you're so elitist. You just admitted he's a nobody.
By the way,
of course, I appreciate when someone makes a response, and I did appreciate it, and I watched it, and I liked it, and I added it to our list of other responses. So I don't understand where he got that idea that we didn't watch it or anything.
I think that's we can write that, we can chalk that up to just a misunderstanding. Somehow he didn't figure it out.
The problem is, even if it wasn't a misunderstanding, even if we didn't respond. Oh gosh, I just lost my word.
So he's complaining because he didn't respond.
Such basic concepts. I can kind of understand just kind of losing it, because. What the hell? Under what obligation were you ever to do anything for this person?
Yeah, that's right.
Because he stalked you.
you're no matter what you do, no matter who you are, and no matter who you're talking to, you are not entitled to a response.
Yeah,
ever.
They don't own a piece of you. No, that's right. You know.
I mean, I try to respond to everyone I can. We get so many messages, so many messages now, so many comments that it's impossible to respond to all of them.
Even right now, my wife is yelling at the top of her lungs, and I'm just ignoring her. Really, I'm ignoring you.
I want to be nice, but I mean, to be completely honest, you're not entitled to a response. And I'm usually really understanding of people, but there are 2 things I cannot handle. I have no patience for, and one is people who are entitled. I can't stand it when people are entitled. So you're not entitled to a response. And just thinking of, like, you started a YouTube channel a week ago and you're spamming out your channel to all these people you know, and you're upset that they're not responding. What did you expect? I mean, when you get a spam message, what is your response? Do you click the link and do you thoughtfully follow through their website and everything? No. No, you don't. Of course not.
Okay,
listen, I clicked on a lot of links and my penis has not grown bigger at all. All these links to get bigger penis didn't work. So yeah, I gave up.
Wait a minute. So okay, I'm Mr.
Sorry for these jokes.
I'm going to be Agent Provocateur. I'm going to be Mr.
The devil's advocate, please.
I'm going to be Mr. Nobody, Mr. No Friends, No Subs, Mr. Can't Make a Video, loser nobody trying to talk to big YouTube star me.
I'm such a big YouTube star, sitting in my green room.
But you can understand this whole idea that these people who have just been doing the same thing that I'm doing, but they've just been doing it for longer, and people just happen to know them better, and they think that makes them better people than me, and that they don't have to talk to me. And I mean, this is the whole thing that I know. This is, from what I understand, this is the vibe that came off this message, which I actually haven't read, but I've had it described to me by Victor. And I understand this is kind of the thing that you come up, and that a lot of people, no question, within the community per se, there are people who definitely look upon the people with the large number of subscriber kind of people as, oh, now they're big, they think that they're too good for me. It's like watching Rocky, when he's getting big and his trainer, doesn't like feel like he can hang around with Rocky anymore because he's gotten too big for himself. But how does that work? I mean, I don't know. Is it so? Is that a? Well, let's say, is elitism a legitimate thing? I mean, let's face it. I mean, you guys, as I see it, you guys have proven, and in particular, Rachel and Jun. I mean, you guys have kind of proven yourselves in a very short time. I mean, you could say for someone like me or Victor, I have been around forever, and sure, I have accumulated a lot or whatever, and I haven't worked particularly hard at it, and I am bald. But you guys have actually done something pretty amazing. You've built up your channel very quickly. It's something kind of original. And people are always going to pull down and say, yeah, I could do that, or anyone can do that. But you've actually kind of, I think, to me, elitism's okay. I think it's okay if you've actually demonstrated that you are going to make regular videos and you are going to, you know, these people who haven't proven themselves yet, they can't talk like they're on the same level as you because they're not. And that's honestly how you have to look at it sometimes. But I don't know. I mean, should we be trying? But Victor, on the other hand, is someone who's very much, I'm a man of the people. I'm always supporting the little guy and all that sort of thing. But is there a legitimate thing behind the elitism?
I understand that thought process. I understand thinking, I can do that better, because I saw that in a lot of videos when I started making this channel. So I wanted to make videos better, and that's what I tried to do. And if someone else feels that way, by all means, please try to make our videos better than us. I have no problem with that at all. And I would love you to make our videos better. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I just don't think you're entitled to. We get a lot of comments or messages from people who aren't subscribed to us and they've never commented on our channel, and they ask us to promote their channel for them.
Oh, I love it.
I'm not gonna do that. Like, if I'll promote your channel if you just pretend to be friendly with us or something, and we think you have a good product. We've done that before. So if that happens, then that's good. But.
And there's a super awkward thing where you have a guy who, frankly, who does everything right. You know what I mean? They're small, but they're kind of they come to you totally respectfully. They write a really nice mail, and they're kind of like, you know, I'm just starting up, and I'm wanting, do you mind giving me some help? And it catches your eye, and you're thinking, yeah, why not? And then you go and check out the videos, and they are kind of crap. And then you talk to him, he's kind of awkward, but he's been gone about it really the nice way. And you kind of like feel like I don't. And there are cases where I think I've helped people.
That happens quite a bit, yeah.
The other thing, which of course also happens, is, I mean, there are some people who are just naturals from the very beginning. It's true. Like there are some.
Abroad in Japan, we just talked about.
Betamax DC was like this. Betamax DC could only have one video up, and everybody would know straight away that guy was just awesome, right?
Yes.
But there was there is another pattern which I think most people fit, including me, of figuring it out as you go along and getting better as you go along. But some people have it right away. But and it's because of that getting better as you go along thing that I think I came from. That I still feel like supporting people, even when, frankly, their videos are kind of objectively kind of crap in the beginning. But you know, but there again, but the whole thing that you have about people who seem to come on, and you know, whether it's that they've had some sort of a sheltered upbringing, and they're a little bit new to the world, maybe they're living in a university dorm or they're still at home or whatever, and they have this idea that somehow this whole new YouTube world that I'm going to start now and everybody owes me a favor. You know, this person's not just going to, in a way, maybe the slap that you guys, maybe it's a bit of a, maybe they take what, you know, the reality check from you as a slap, but Jesus, what the rest of life is going to be pretty hard if they don't get their head straight on these things soon. I mean, maybe we're doing them a favor. I don't know.
Harsh love? Is that called hard love? Tough love.
Hard love. Hard love is the title of the video, I think.
Sorry, that's a pizza delivery guy. The pizza delivery guy comes in, everyone has sex. Sorry about that. Yeah, tough love. Yeah, well,
viewing habits shine through again.
But the funny thing is, I was reading June's comments about this male, and June said he thought they were, he kind of felt a reflection. ちょっと似てるでしょ? Like you and Rachel and him and this girl, this Japanese girl.
An affinity.
An affinity.
Yeah.
So you want to promote people like this, of course. No?
Promote? Oh, when I get a message from him, I'm just happy to see someone, like a couple where one is non-Japanese person and the other one was an English speaker, and I was just happy to see. I'd like to see more videos for him still.
Yeah, the funny thing is, yeah, you saw I thought they were kind of imitating Tomoko and I from the, Tomoko Desu, but maybe not. Maybe they were actually imitating you two. That must be because I'm arrogant and elitist.
They're all talking about me. It's all about me.
But let's go back to Hiko's question. I think in Japan, elitism is more accepted. You know, if someone is this level, then it's expected not. You shouldn't expect favors from that person because they're kind of out of your league, right? But I think America.
Isn't that the same everywhere, though?
Well, but Americans are much more egalitarian. We think, oh, we're all the same, and we get pissed off at movie stars because they're not acting humble like we are. They're not down-to-earth people.
Really? I totally disagree with that, but yeah.
I don't see. I would never expect anything from anyone over me. Not even anyone of the same level or below me. I mean, you just. What right do you have to expect something from someone else?
It kind of comes down to common sense, doesn't it? I mean, this is the thing. You have the same sense of common sense that I have, and from when I was small to whatever I am now, whatever, all along. I like you say, I never sent anyone a video, a request for help, let alone a demand or expectation of help from someone else. And it's self-reliance, people. I mean, you know, what is wrong with some people? And you know, there are some people who don't have that. If you don't have that common sense in this context, you're not going to have it in other places. I don't know. I mean, is it about egalitarian? To me, it's not about egalitarianism or elitism. It's just about just general common sense. I mean, you know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. The way that you're talking about the way you think is no different, as you say, for you as it was for me. No different from when I had 10 subscribers. And I was thankful for all 10 of my subscribers. I remember when I had 10 subscribers. I knew everyone by name. I knew what kind of comments. I'd always say hi back to them. It was awesome having 10 subscribers. What the hell about these people? These people who make videos, tearful videos that I only have 50 subscribers and no one's helping me and I don't know why I'm doing this. Honestly, what the hell? I mean, you know, then stop.
If that's your only reason for starting YouTube because you want to get famous and have a ton of subscribers, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
Let me say something suicidal.
Please, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Honestly, fuck you. And I'm talking to all my subscribers. You know, I love you guys. I love interacting with you, but you don't have to subscribe with me. You can all unsubscribe. I don't give a shit. All I care about is that you watch my videos. If you watch the video, I'm happy. I don't care if you're a subscriber. I really don't care about the subscription. Some people hold that above you like it's some kind of fucking gold coin. Hey, I've watched 4 of your videos, and guess what? I'm finally going to subscribe to you. Oh, thank you so much.
No. Better yet.
Well, I'm going to masturbate now. I'm so happy.
If they say if you don't apologize or you don't do this, I'm going to unsubscribe from you.
Oh, the people who publicly unsubscribe me. Take your subscription and shove it up your ass. I don't give a shit. Really, I don't. I don't give a shit. Really, and I wouldn't give a shit if I gave a shit. I would be a phony. I would be a phony to kiss your ass for your fucking subscription because you didn't like what I said. You don't like what I say, then fucking unsubscribe. You want me? This is me. I'm being honest. Okay. I'm gonna fucking drink on camera, and I'm gonna say what the fuck I want, and I'm gonna be friendly and fucking nice to you. But don't ask me to kiss your ass.
Philomena says saying, "Oh, fuck you too, Victor," with a heart mark beside it.
Fuck you too, Victor, with a heart. Yeah. No, I mean I love everybody commenting. I love the interaction. Even people who have hated on me, and I've agreed with them half the time. Like Rachel said, yeah, you know, I'm a douchebag. You're right. I should have said that. You're right. I kind of understand.
The taste 1962. Victor has jumped the shark.
But I don't like it when people hold a subscription over you like it's some fucking gold diamond, like a gold ring.
Okay, here's a surrealism. I'm going to give a bit of surrealist moment to the people. Anybody who's ever given a threat like that, has it ever occurred to you, person threatening to unsubscribe, that by unsubscribing you might actually be doing the video creator an enormous favor?
Yes.
Of never having to read your comments again. I mean, you know, it's kind of like the idea that. Yeah, the idea that it's a thrill that I mean, yeah, I suppose it's people feel like that it's their leverage, and maybe it is in some ways. And some people, I know that some people, probably especially people new to the game, feel like, oh my god, they're going to unsubscribe. I'm sorry, I'm just going to apologize to you guys and totally back down now. But no. The whole thing about this whole YouTube thing is that, you know, well, there are two approaches. I always say that there are two approaches to YouTube. There is the approach of trying to get everybody on the internet to love you, and there is the approach of not giving a shit about what the rest of the internet thinks and just making what comes naturally to you and what you like, and hoping that people who are on the same wavelength as you, even if that's only 50 people on the whole internet, that those 50 people on the same vibe and wavelength as you find you, and you're just going to have a great time sharing videos and thoughts. And if that's 50 people, that's great. If that's 20,000 people, that's great. If it's 1 million people, that's great. But you know, the people who try to go for everybody on the internet, everyone who tries to be the next Ray William Johnson, they have a bad habit of sucking. Occasionally there is a good person who actually does succeed at it, and they get huge, and that's wonderful if you can do that. But you know, some people come to, you know, everyone comes to YouTube with the idea, I'm going to be the SXE Phil, or I'm going to be the, you know, and I think people discover pretty quickly it's unsustainable if you're not doing it because you're not being who you are. And that's it. And there's nothing more rewarding, even with 50 subscribers, even with 10 subscribers, there's nothing more rewarding than connecting with people who you just like share a vibe with. That's what it's all about for me. Yeah,
connecting with people, for
connecting
us
is fun. Yeah.
For us, a lot of it was like just being helpful and giving information, being educational in some way. So, like,
that's why I'm here.
Actually being able to help people with something, that's fantastic.
That's why I'm here, and the nude pictures that people send me. That's what I'm here for.
You get nude pictures?
No, I'm just kidding. Only one. A long time ago. It was a guy. He was a guy too, so it wasn't very exciting.
Victor sends them to himself as selfies.
Woo! Okay. But I want to challenge Rachel on one point, which is, I think is interesting. Now, we're kind of criticizing this person for asking for help, but I'd like to say, but I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help.
I think it's really presumptuous. I just, you know, especially if you're asking people who, I don't want to make this sound elitist, but when you're asking people who have, you know, like 100,000 more subscribers than you are, you know they're going to be really busy. If this was a business world, you would have to pay them for that sort of consultation.
I've been offered that. Have you been offered the money yet? For a shout out? I've been offered $100 for a shout out.
No, not for a shout out.
Twice already.
No, someone tried to buy our channel a while ago for $7,000. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea what they would have done with it.
Well, someone's got a thing for laundry videos in unnatural ways. I don't know if they could have replaced your whole channel with laundry videos, but somebody's making disturbing comments about
that. Was my agent. He failed, huh? I'll tell him up the bid. Okay. Interesting. Really, $7,000. No one's ever tried to buy my. People offer me $7,000 to stop making videos.
I'm sorry. Is there a Kickstarter for that? Because there's a PayPal.
If you'd like Victor to stop making videos, please PayPal your money to Hiko Simon. Some guy who happens to have your name, Hiko Simon. It's very strange. No, but I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help from other people. A lot of people have asked me, and I've helped a lot of people, and a lot of them have been very gracious about it. But I do admit that one of the things I do check is, has this person even ever commented on my channel?
Yeah. If they've been following us for a long time, then definitely I'm way more willing to help out with them and whatever kind of request they are. That goes to if they have a lot of complaints, I'm way more willing to take it seriously if they've been following us a longer time.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, there's nothing, and I'll tell you, of the things that have given me pleasure over the years, and it's kind of one of the sad things about the things that's happened to YouTube, and this is going back to the old days when I was starting out. YouTube really used to be a genuine, and I think Google never really fully appreciated this about YouTube when they acquired it. It was a social network, just like Facebook. I mean, just like MySpace back in those days, where people communicated instead of sending, you know, status updates, they sent videos. But that's very much how it all was, and it was all about, and just the same way people build up. It was based on communities, and it was based on a guy would say, I watched your videos and that inspired me to start making videos. And then you go and check out that guy because you think, wow, I made this guy start making these, okay, they're kind of crap, but it's nice that he started making videos. And I'm like, dude, I am going to promote the hell out of you because I inspired you, and that's like awesome, and you know, and you hope that guy goes on to do other cool stuff as well. And it was kind of this whole kind of really nice kind of vibing thing. Of you know, and people would be drawn in. People would be drawn in first by watching the videos, and then they'd start making videos. And it was a real genuine kind of social community. Nowadays, YouTube is a video site that relies on Twitter and Facebook to kind of connect the dots on things instead of actually being a social network like it used to be much more. And so you don't get that sort of thing anymore. But I used to get the biggest kick. I can remember, like, the first few people, and this is again before I ever had 100 subscribers. There were 2 or 3, maybe 4 channels who started up channels saying, "I started my channel because of your videos, and you know, I really like to hear what you think about them." And they made videos, and they shout out the person who inspired. They shout out the people who inspired them on the first video, and that was always it's a really cool thing, you know.
Yeah, it's a high,
yeah. You don't have it so much nowadays. It's kind of, you know, and like you say, on the other hand, you have these anonymous people who you've never seen or heard of before, who are like, yeah, come and help me, and then they get angry and upset when you don't. And even in the old days, there were a couple of people like that, and they were usually very, you know, and people not totally together, obviously. And you can kind of always tell just in the message that these are people who've kind of maybe grown up a little bit too entitled and a little bit too, and they haven't quite learned the ways of the world yet. And I don't know. I remember there was one guy in Spain once who said, I messaged all of you, you know, you Jvloggers, and none of you have helped me, and you're all just gaijins, which he thought was an insult, probably. And
hijo de puta, cabrón.
I wish he had said hijo de puta. I would have loved that, but he was just calling us, you know, he's giving this really kind of self-entitled rant. I actually sent him a message back after ignoring all those messages before that, and I said, look, I think you've got to learn some maturity, because honestly, if you can't handle not getting responses back, I mean, you have to understand YouTube is a rough playground, and you know, you're not going to be at all prepared for, you know, anything that comes from doing it, and you're not in the right frame of mind for getting into this. You know, it's not the and not just this, but life. You're talking about coming to Japan, or you're talking about stuff like that, man, you've got to be a bit more self-reliant if you want to come to Japan. And it's part of, sometimes people, you know, you got to grow up. I mean, as a foreigner coming to Japan, you got to be able to put up with a bit of isolation and a bit of, you know, people don't have their stuff together and come here. And a lot of people come to Japan with social problems and kind of, you know, with kind of issues that they hope Japan will fix sometimes, and you know, they get worse when they're here. Japan can mess you up if you don't come here with yourself properly.
Yeah, you know, that's right. I think if you're crazy, Japan makes you crazier. If you no, I've seen people lose their minds here. I've seen it too. People literally just go insane. I mean, and running down the street, ripping, and I'm not kidding, taking their clothes off, running down the street, having to be arrested, put in hospitals.
Wow.
Yeah, the people do lose their shit here. But let's get back to this topic. I want to go back. I'm looking at June's email, and June was talking about some of the things that this person said. One of the things was one of his complaints was, please try to imagine yourself in the roles of those you are criticizing. YouTube is an incredibly different playing field now. So just now, Hiko Simon was reminiscing about the early days of YouTube.
Good old days.
Right.
I used to vlog barefoot 20 miles through the snow.
But he's basically saying that it's difficult now to start out. And Rachel just said we never ask anyone to do anything. But he also I forgot what I was about to say that. Oh yeah. And this we make the same kind of videos, right? I criticize in the video. Everyone makes the same stupid. Oh, I'm gonna drink this soft drink. Watch me drink this soft drink, and then I'll react to it. And I criticize that. And I am honestly embarrassed by any videos I've made like that. And I do really find them all pretty boring.
I'm so on the same page as you. Like, I couldn't stand food videos. I still think food videos are pretty boring. I know June loves cooking, so I kind of leave most of that to him.
Cooking is different. But like opening, I bought this bag of potato chips, and I'm gonna eat them in front of you.
Just showing a product. Unless there's something like really awesome about it, to me that's just something. I've done a couple videos like that, but in general, that's just
me too.
Everybody has their secret, unboxing video in their past that they're not proud of, but they've done it because they got this awesome new thing and they knew that they would get views.
Yeah, but I don't understand him talking about this from the very beginning as one of the videos he wants to make, because I never even considered that when we started out making videos. All of our first videos were about like how to pack for Japan, how to get there, like manners, how to act, and things like that. We wanted to be useful. So, like, just the idea of, like, thinking about those kinds of videos and like what you need to do to get more popular. I think you're overthinking it too much in the beginning.
Where do I buy a cat? That used to be the big one. Where do I get a cat?
Can I bring my dog over? Right. But I think it's okay to reinvent the wheel if you do a better job.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I have to admit that I will admit right now that I've seen some of your videos, Rachel and June, in which I've thought, oh shit, I made that video, but yours is better. Yours is better. No, yours is better. I've made that video. Someone asked me that same question. I just made an off-the-cuff answer, but yours is better. You actually thought it out. You organized it. You structured it, or maybe you didn't, but it looks that way. I don't know.
You kind of faked it.
No, but you've done a better job, and I have no problem with admitting that. And you, if anything, you coming into the Jvlogging community or whatever you want to call it, has inspired me to pick up my game and say, hey, you know, Victor, if you want to keep in the game, you gotta pick it up, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I get that too. Like friendly competition, that's totally the way to go. Yeah, that makes me better too.
Nothing better than discovering a new channel in your patch of turf that makes you think, shit, I've got to lift my game.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's nothing more joyful than
it makes everyone
discovering
better.
an awesome new channel and just thinking, holy hell, what are the kids doing with these bloody cameras and software and free time nowadays? All I ever used to have was a webcam and a cut and paste edit, and these guys nowadays are coming straight out with these freaking production video. Damn you! But yeah, yes, I love that keeps coming out, and these people keep destroying us. I love that. That's the best thing, to find someone. And the other thing of just and discovering people with just awesome charisma or talent. Again, like people are talking about Caffeine Jedi in the thread here, and she's one of them. You know, just someone, and she had the shittiest production value of anyone I've ever seen. Honestly, like she's made videos on a webcam inside her closet. I'm not even joking. And they were like the
webcam
awesome
sucked.
Videos. They were the most awesome, they were the most awesome videos. And and that's the thing. You watch someone like that and just think, damn, but that's good. That's what you want to see. Of course there's competition. Hell, what are you gonna? It doesn't have to be nasty or mean or anything. Healthy competition is what this whole thing is about. That's what keeps it going.
He also one of the criticisms he made was about the fact that some of us started earlier than he did or before he did.
Yeah, he was talking about 4 and 5 years earlier, but we just started 2 years ago and we're doing fine. So
yeah,
honestly, I don't want to hear it.
No, there's no excuse for that. Really, true talent will rise to the top. The cream will always rise. Abroad in Japan, as I told you before, he's got like 20 videos. He's got 18,000 subscribers already. Or well, I'll give you an exact quote number here. A correct, accurate number here. Oh, my computer. So. Just a second. He has 18,967 subscribers and almost 1 million views. And how many videos? Only, not many. I can't count. 4, maybe less than 20. Very few. So he's doing great, obviously. So it can be done, And it is harder. I will admit it is harder. But if you want to throw that that criticism out, then Picasso. If he hadn't been around, I could have done that. And the Beatles, I can play the 4 chords. I mean, come on. I mean, that's a retarded argument.
I'm sorry. Did you just compare yourself with Picasso and the Beatles?
I could have done both at the same time with my feet. No, if Dave Spector hadn't come to Japan before me, Hiko Simon, you could have been Dave Spector. What do you think? You're thinking about it, right? You're thinking about it.
No. Give the guy some respect. He works hard at what he does, even if he's a douchebag.
There's still new things to do, and there's still better things to do. So come up with something else. Come up with something interesting.
Yeah, it is more challenging, but I mean that's where real beauty comes from the fight. You got
from the struggle.
Isn't this true of like every market now? Like the movie market, all the ideas are gone. Every
movie's been made, every plot's been made. You can't criticize people for saying you were here before me. That's the only reason you're better than me. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Well, exactly what you talked about. The best movies. I mean, for me, for the last 10 years, all the best movies have been breakout indies movies. It's been the hungry directors with no studio backing who are like who are still, if they've got the drive enough to make a movie with no support, and they make the best movies. And then some studio goes and owns them, and they start to suck because they have to put. A great example is what's his face, a South African director who made District 9. And then he went,
District 9,
and then he went and made Elysium, and I watched Elysium, and I read an interview with the same director talking about how he kind of felt like he compromised a little bit too much because the first movie was done like on a kind of a shoestring, with bits and pieces of a movie that was going to be made by Peter Jackson, that was, and whatever, and he kind of had a lot of freedom, and he made District 9 exactly how he wanted to make it, and it was awesome. But then when he got Elysium, it had Matt Damon, and it had I don't know, it wasn't Jennifer Lopez, but someone like that. It had all these
the lesbian girl the woman come out from.
Yeah,
so Taxi Driver. What was her
name?
You
could kind of, but you could almost see it. You could see how the original script
for this.
Horrible,
I can't remember. Go ahead, sorry.
You can see that the original idea, if the director was just left to his devices, they wouldn't have had the slow motion shooting scenes. They wouldn't have the love story, the pointless love story going through it. You know what I mean? They would have just had an awesome, lean, tight, just thing, and it was all gone just because they had to. Yeah, it comes from people who are hungry, right? People who are just doing what they do because they're driven by their love and their desire to do what they do.
Yeah.
That's what brings out awesomeness, and that's true of everything, like you say, music, movies, and YouTube as well.
Do something because you have a passion for it, and because you have all these great ideas. Don't make food tasting videos because you see other people making them and they have a lot of views. And I can give you a secret about those too, that maybe you know and maybe you don't. The reason, if you see a food tasting video with a lot of views, it's because A, it's probably a white woman and she got shared on the Japanese blogs, which are the overseas reaction blogs or Kaigai no Hanno websites. And this is where you can get tens of thousands of views when one of your videos gets shared there. And that happens when you're a woman and you're young, and the OG son, they want to see your videos. They want to see the cute young little girls talking about Japan and saying good stuff. So they share all of those happy videos there. If you're a guy making those food tasting videos, you're not going to get any views because foreigners don't care about that. We think it's boring, generally. It's the older Japanese men who want to see the little white girls.
I'd qualify that. There are some people who are genuinely passionate about cooking and actually do make quite good cooking videos, even though I personally don't find them interesting. Yeah. I don't personally find them interesting, but there's no question that there's a lot of people who find them interesting. And if they're made well, the point is you shouldn't just make a cooking video because you think it'll get you lots of subscribers. You make it because that's what you really want to do. And if you're good at it, it's a great way to get lots of subscribers and lots of views, even in Japan. Because there's a huge market out there of people who find that interesting, even though I am not in that market. But please don't do anything because you think it's just a strategy to success that's completely detached from anything you're interested in. But the thing is, those people like that, they're not going to last for more than a couple of months at it. Anyway.
A lot of them have left. But here's the thing that Rachel's pointing out: there is a site that will actually promote those videos and promotes them on and on and on. And there are a lot of people here on YouTube, and not to take away from their success, but that's part of why they're successful, is because of
seriously tens of thousands of views per video, up to hundreds of thousands if it gets shared on the big Japanese websites.
And that can make a difference. That can really help someone.
Like it happens to a number of our videos now, and in the beginning we got a huge bump on some of our earlier videos because they got shared there because. The old Japanese men wanted to see the little white girl talking about Japan.
I know those sites, and they have lots of awesome, cute white women on them. That's where I go. That's what I go for. Well, they have all sorts of stuff, but there are a lot of those aggregator sites and those Nichan aggregators and so on that kind of pick up those kind of things. Sure, why? Great.
The other thing though is that the Japanese market, there's a ceiling to it. It's a finite market. If you look at the top subscribed channels in Japan, they've only got like 1 or 2 million people to them. Like the Japanese market is very finite overall. So if you're aiming to be really big in the long run, you need to be appealing to the foreign audience more. So, and that's not like tasting
Well, and that's the funny thing when you go to the YouTube partner elitism events, how all the foreigners are kind of like, how do I get more Japanese subscribers? And all the Japanese people and YouTube is going like crazy. Like, you people have to be more bilingual, and you have to try to make your videos more accessible to overseas views. For exactly what you're saying. That's how you grow beyond, exactly what you're saying. I mean, the thing about, of course, if you really want to go for a Japanese audience, yeah, you'll get lots of people viewing embeds from Nichan or whatever. But they're not going to comment. They're not going to subscribe. They're not going to
comment on those sites, and they're very nasty comments.
Well,
you
some
honestly,
of them will leave weird and
they're
freaky
very
comments.
nasty. Honestly, I don't even know if you want those types of views.
Well, yeah, but on your YouTube, but you get a lot of videos that get very popular that way, and you go to the YouTube video, and there'll be like 20,000 views, 5 likes, and 2 comments.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, don't look at YouTube, don't look at Nichan, and don't learn Japanese if you don't want to know what they're saying.
Yeah.
But again, this is the whole thing. If you're going to put your face on the internet, on a video or whatever, you got to be ready for all of that's part of that's part of the deal. If that's what you want, then that's part of, and that's whether you're successful here or anywhere else, frankly. And that's for, again, coming back to this person. I mean, maybe Victor, you did this person's girlfriend a huge favor, saying that you found her a little bit annoying. Because she's probably.
I just want her to stop saying like, but I want her to keep making videos. And I think if she came on the camera and said, "Hey, I know I say like too much. I'm gonna do my best not to do it anymore," and people say like "fuck Victor," and I'll be okay with that, and they'll be more supportive of her, and that's fine, because that happens all the time, and that's cool. But I want to point out something else that June I think June commented on in one of the when I showed you the email. He said, why did you two start making YouTube videos? You wanted to get lots of subs and...
Oh, June, you should answer.
Well, we started our videos because first, we were apart, we were not living together, and we wanted to do something together we can work on, so we can talk about it when we talk on Skype. And second, we just wanted to be helpful. That's all, really. We didn't want to get famous or anything. We just wanted to do something together.
Right.
That's all.
Right. So it wasn't any desire to be famous or get a lot of subs and stuff like that.
Well, to be honest, I didn't think even when we wouldn't end up getting this many subscribers at all. We are the one who got surprised the most about all these numbers of people, fans and stuff.
Yeah, it is amazing, and I think I should be more amazed than you.
About it?
No.
No, it is. It's really.
It's amazing if you just start out and you have no idea what to expect. Now, it's amazing for me because I'm about to compliment your ass, Hiko Simon, because I think Hiko Simon's videos are much better than mine. Actually,
well, that's true. Yeah.
I know. I honestly do. I think you're obviously a more shikari shiteru person, and you have more knowledge. I know a man knows his limitations. But for some reason, your videos don't do as well, and I think that's a sign of the fact that YouTube is not a good measure of true quality. No, though not always, because at the same time, I think Rachel's videos are great, and she's actually getting recognition. So I'm actually in the middle. I'm confused. I don't know why your videos don't do as well as hers, and I'm confused as to why I'll get 100 subs in one day for some reason, which to someone starting out is amazing, but actually, to someone at Rachel's size, is nothing. You'll get 300 subs a day, maybe.
We get like 400 a day now, yeah.
400 a day, so it's. So I'm confused. I don't know. I don't understand how this works.
No. But I mean, this is a conversation I often have with Victor. Victor, you care too much about people who, in the scheme of things. I mean, I admire that you share so much concern for people who you really look. If people watch my videos and we connect and we have fun with the comments and we agree or we disagree, we have a good comments. That's awesome for me. And it's not honestly, it's like I said before, and I really sincerely mean this. And in fact, in a lot of ways, I was almost happier. I mean, I think I had a much more intimate level of familiarity and communication when I had 100 subscribers, and I knew every single one of them.
Of course,
and I still remember them. Than even now in some ways. And it's just a matter of, I don't care if someone's got more subscribers than me. I care that I have a good quality of interaction with the subscribers I have. You know, the number and so you know, and these guys, and you know, and we know who we're talking about. They're people who have made like tearful videos about not having enough subscribers and wanting to give up, and like, what is wrong with you? Honestly, it's insulting to the people who are watching you that you're obsessed on numbers and other things, and it shows that you just completely like, what are you here for if you're feeling like you're not fulfilled by the number of, you know, you measly peasants do not give me any satisfaction.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The numbers are not that relevant. There are a lot of great video makers out there that do not get the numbers that they should, or in my opinion, they should, because they're great video makers. Their videos are so awesome, and I don't understand it. I don't understand the game.
And nothing gives me more pleasure than recommending and discovering someone who's awesome and recommending someone who's awesome and being part of watching that person go up. You know. Which, for example, I mean, which you've done with Rachel and Jun, and you know, I did more often back in the older days. I
tried to before, and they're like, no, no, you don't want to recommend us yet. I contacted them a year before, right?
Yeah, and you were telling me about them, and this is because when it's Jen, you know, Victor's telling me you got to check these guys out, and you know, like even privately, not publicly or anything like that, but that's what's cool. That's what's cool. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter, you know. I mean. It's always fun watching people who deserve to do well succeed, but it's not about whether other people like you or not.
So what is your advice? What do you think a new nobody who's never made a video before, they want to come on, they want to take over, they want to get subs, maybe not take over, but they want to have fun on YouTube. What would you recommend? What would you suggest?
You're asking me that? Go first. Rachel, let's start with Rachel. I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay, me. All right. My first advice is.
I'll go last.
Me last. That's fine.
All right. My advice is. Number one, you need to be doing something you're passionate about and something you care about.
I agree.
So you can continue doing it. You need to have a reason for it. So, like for us, it was being informational. Two, I can't stand waiting for people who say nothing at all in their videos. I mean, people can talk a lot without saying anything. And so when I started making videos, I spoke quickly. I wrote a script so that I was precise to the point, and we could make our videos as quick as possible, because no one is going to watch you through your ums and uhs. So cut those out. Yeah. So cut those out. Use a lot of jump cuts if you have to, so it'll make your video shorter, because people get bored waiting for stuff. And then use tags. Make sure you're tagging your videos well, because that's how people are going to find them.
The tags.
They're going to. Yeah, they're going to see it related to another video, and they'll say, oh, this looks interesting, I'll click on it.
Okay. June, what do you think? What's your advice to someone who's just starting out?
I'll just give you one advice. Never stop making videos, because there are a lot of people who actually gave up, even though they're awesome. I want to see more videos from you, but they just stop. So
that's a really important point. I will unsub even if I think you're great. If you stop making videos after 3 months, I'm like, well, I'm unsubbing. I'm too depressed. Yeah. This person was, especially if you're great, if you're really great, I get depressed. I unsub from Japan Arcus. I told you about him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna unsubscribe from him, because when he comes back, I'll be ready, because he makes awesome videos.
No, Hiko, he started making videos again 6 months ago. I didn't even know because I was unsubbed.
Okay, and I've been terrible at keeping up with my subs, so that's maybe partly my thing as well.
But he's making about once a month, and he made a video called Sushi. It's just called The History of Sushi or something. But it's an amazingly educational and funny video. Check it out. It's called Sushi. It's by Japan Arcus, and I unsub, and it's because he stopped making videos. And that's and I hate to bring this up because it's, well, I'll do it anyway, because what the hell, we're doing drama tonight. Tokyo Kuni. Tokyo Kuni was the father.
Oh, don't go there.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to say anything bad.
I told you not to go there.
Tokyo Kuni is... Rachel doesn't even know who he is. June, do you know who he is? Tokyo Kuni?
No.
No.
I've heard you talk about him a lot.
I've talked... Well, he's the guy who was... He was one of the first. He was, I think, slightly before me, but definitely before me. And I started doing English stuff anyway. Anyway, the point is, he stopped making videos. That's the only point I want to make. He stopped making videos, and he's a stand-up comedian. And the rule of stand-up comedians is you got to go out there. You got to sell it every night, the same thing, maybe every single night. But you got to get out there. If you're not getting out there, people forget about you. And he's actually
starts really slow too.
He's actually so good that people haven't forgotten about him even now.
Right.
Some people
Right.
still because he was great. But
I mean, even when he hadn't made a video for 3 years, he was
Yes.
still. You still go to the
Yes.
YouTube Hanami, and there would be 30 people there who still knew more. Who
Yes.
still talked more about him than anyone else. So
Which
he
says a lot.
with the videos that he
And
made.
it's great that he has that kind of charisma, but most people don't.
Yeah.
So if you
and
stop
the other
making
thing, of
videos-
course, was that he was still making videos for NHK World. So he'd actually kind of in some ways as well. And I talked with him, and he was making videos, and he was always concerned from YouTube to he was actually doing TV production about making production quality great videos, and that's why people remember him. And yeah, I think it was a loss to the YouTube community when he stopped being so involved in YouTube. But I've always, I am like a lot of other people. I'm always going to respect the fact that he was one of the instigators of the community,
Yes.
and he made such great videos.
And even today, the Tokyo Hanami party on April 5th.
That's right.
June's coming up. We're gonna go up together and get drunk, right, June? June, come on.
I'll see.
Come on,
Oh,
June.
come
Oh, June.
on.
You gotta. Everyone who's watching, gotta write June comments and make him come up, and we'll have some fun. I'll get him on camera.
Write it on June's kitchen. He reads all of those.
Yeah. So, but he left. So if you leave, people forget about you eventually, and a lot of people now don't even know who he was now anymore. So that's what
I want
that'll
to say
happen.
one more thing. Yeah. And I liked your video because I liked your videos, so I want to see more videos from you. So please don't give up. I want to see more videos. That's all.
Who are you talking to?
The person who sent this message to you.
Oh, the guy. Oh, right. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you. Good point. I want the person that we're talking about tonight. We do want him to keep making videos.
I like your videos. I liked it.
That's an important point. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find out after all of this who in the hell this person is. By the way, I've talked a lot of shit about this person tonight and his girlfriend. I don't even know who he is. I honestly don't.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, well, who was there any? Who's left to give advice? Is it just me?
Hiko.
Simon.
I'll give it all my advice. Honestly, I mean,
I don't
and it's
have
all
any
been said.
advice.
I'm glad. I think Jen and Rachel summed it up. Just
Yeah,
do it because you love it and stick at it.
Do it because you love it and stick at it. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's all that technical stuff like make sure.
Turn off your speakers.
No, your lighting and your camera work and stuff and that stuff. So, for example, I started using my SLR to shoot my answer videos, and people really started commenting like, "Oh, I love your new camera. It's so great." So I guess that kind of shit helps, Sound helps. Good sound helps. I had a guy give me a lot of shit about my sound, and now it's better, and now he's very happy. So, all that stuff helps, Interacting with video responses help. Like the guy that we're talking about tonight, we're only talking about because he video responds to both of us. No, to you, and I video response to you too. But actually, because I saw his video first.
Mm-hmm.
I actually hadn't seen his video, so thanks to him, I made a video response to you.
All of this anonymous third person speaking, it's like being in a church or something. Because of him.
Or a Harry Potter movie. The man we
all
must
this
not
was
speak of.
possible. I don't understand what we're
He
talking
who
about.
must not be named.
Yes. the
Yeah,
man who
and
must
be
not-
nice. Be nice to people. That's good advice.
Be nice.
Respond.
Yeah, I'm not good
Well,
at
if you're not
this.
being
Respond
nice-
to your
I'm not
comments.
good at being. I want to be. I like people. I'm nice. I'm nice. But if you're
Be
full of
mean
shit,
wait. Be mean in an interesting way. If you're gonna go about being mean, do it right. Just don't.
yes,
Don't
I
be,
try.
Don't
That's
be
my
weak
thing.
mean. Be
Be
strong.
funny.
mean.
Be
If
funny
you're
me.
gonna
Don't
be
be funny me.
That's right. Yeah. You
Be
don't have
really
to be-
jokingly mean. Don't get like offended at every single comment.
Oh yeah.
But-
Grow,
I gotta be-
grow some thick skin. You gotta do
I
that.
got to be
That's-
offended by something, and I'm giving Hiko Simon a bone here. I want to be
Don't
offended.
bone
We're gonna wrap up this video, right? Because how long have we been on?
Too
Anybody
long.
know
It's like
no.
1 hour 25. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this video because I'm sure June and Rachel have much better things to do than hang out with these two old Oyajis. But a couple things. Next Wednesday will be the actual 2.5 Oyaji show with the 3 old dudes who just had their 1-year anniversary, who are the only people on YouTube who've actually kept a weekly
A lot of people.
broadcast.
Did
Everyone else has quit.
None of them lasted. None of them
We
lasted.
love
The
everyone.
old
We
dudes
love
did.
Tikio Sam and Unrested and Mully and Find Me and Kunime. All those guys quit. Everyone else who had a live show quit. Kevin quit. Even Kevin Kevin quit. We're the only them and the old dudes have kept alive. So they're going to be on our show on Wednesday night. So thank you. And please remember the party in Tokyo, April 5th, and probably something on April 6th as well. And I forgot something. Oh yes, to end the show.
Yes.
You said be nice, Rachel. Rachel said be nice. If you cannot spell the word college, if you spell the word COLLAGE, and you send me an email spelling it wrong, I cannot be nice to you. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait a minute. We cannot end on that note in that case because I have to make a disclosure.
You know why I said this?
We have to make a disclosure here.
Yes, disclosure.
Make a disclosure.
Because I am setting you up. I'm a man of my word. Go ahead. Tell them what I did at the beginning.
Because so when I'm talking Victor through the bloody stereo manual, setting up a live thing so you get the comments on the side, which he could never do before.
Right, we're using a new format tonight. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed but us.
And this is how it should always be anyway. It's much better now. But so he's doing this video. It's about elitism. I can hear him on the phone. Okay, I'm going to call this elitism. Okay, and I go we got the phone. Okay, now go to the video so I can check the countdowns on. I go to it. And you misspelled elitism. How can we have a video about elitism when we misspelled, and we're the elite, and we misspell elite? What kind of elite misspells elite, honestly? And you're criticizing this guy for misspelling college, and you're talking about us being elitist.
But you must admit that elitism is a much more difficult word to spell than college.
It's not elitism. Nobody says it like that.
Somehow I spelled elitist, and then I thought I'd add ISM to the end to make it elitism. So I completely misspelled that.
It was like a drunk typed version of elitism.
Elitism.
So you completely lost all your credibility the moment you set up this video. Actually, you're kind of lucky nobody caught that, but now everyone did. So yes.
Yes, and I completely admit to that mistake, and I'm embarrassed of it. And I will allow you to punch me in the stomach on April 5th on camera in Tokyo in Yoyogi Park. Please come out and meet us all, and we will talk to you even though we are much better than you because we are elite. No, that's the thing. That's the thing I don't get. Like, you cannot claim we are elite if we are so happy to see you. And I know, June, if you come, and I know, Rachel, if you were able to come, you would be happy to meet everybody, right? Come on,
Yes, of course.
Oh, don't talk to me. Bodyguards. Come on.
June, shout something. Just make a noise because people are saying they want to see you on the big screen and you're being too nice and quiet. So just scream.
What do you want to say to people you're going to see on April 5th in Tokyo? What would you say to them? Hypothetically. Kateho.
Sorry, who are coming?
You're going to the Tokyo 2014 Hanami YouTube Tokyo Hanami party.
YouTube. Okay.
Yes. What are you going to say to people?
To people who, like, our fans and stuff?
Yes. Don't touch me! Get away! Get back! Mace!
No, I'll be very happy to see them.
I'll be very happy to see them. What would you say?
June!
Thank you. That's it.
I would maybe just give them a hug.
Give you a hug? Oh! Yeah. You get some June skin on your body. Be careful, June. Yeah. Some people will try to take advantage of you, I'm sure. So, thanks, Rachel.
No, thank you for calling us with all of the message and the opportunity. I was really excited to be able to meet you, Hiko-Simon.
Oh, no, it's awesome to meet you. Yeah.
Can I call you Hiko?
Please call me Hiko, yes.
Okay, yay!
And you should come on his Jun. We should have Jun on a Japanese day. You haven't had Nihongo dake de hi wa saikin nai desu ne.
I've been building up. I've been trying to build up my life schedule to allow a third day with a live. So I've got my solo show on Sundays, the tunaf on Wednesdays, and I wanted to do a Japanese night. I'm trying to build up to that, but
do the Japanese night on your night on Wednesday. We used to do that.
Yeah. We should go back to that. So yes, I'd love to do a Nihongo night.
Yes, June, please do that.
Cool. If you recontact me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right. We're gonna wrap up. Thanks for watching, everyone. And to show that we are not elitist, I would like to do something crazy.
We're certainly not elitist because we can't spell it.
I found a guy who I found one video from him, and it's really good. This guy has 21 subscribers, and his name is Yankee Anime.
Yankee anime. Is this
And it's Yankee anime. And I will put it in the right there. There it is. I did it. Yankee anime. It's in the comment section now, so please check it out. He has 20 subs. I've never seen him before, but I've seen one video and I was really impressed. It's called How to Say Troublesome in Japanese. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, another Mendokusai video. But he made an animation and a song. He actually plays the guitar. I guess he did all the music. I don't know what he did. Drums and everything. And it's called How to Say Troublesome in Japanese, Mendokusai. And it's really good. It's a really fun song. Check it out.
Check it out.
And I don't know this guy at all, so you can't accuse me of kissing anybody's butt. It could be a woman, but probably not. My bad luck. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you got to the end of this video, please type in something about Mendokusai, Troublesome, or Yankee anime. and definitely check out
all I saw were your hand movements.
Pico Simon's channel and Rachel and June's channel. And we'll talk to you guys soon. And see you Wednesday. Good night.
Yay. Bye.
Peace.